Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at a lot of news. We're going to have new Mega Pokemon. We have more information towards the upcoming Shadow event. We're going to have also some Pokemon that are very likely coming very soon in the future as well, so definitely stay tuned for that video here today. There's going to be an update towards all the things that are happening on Pokemon GO right now. Right now, in parts of the world, the Precious Pulse Taken Over event already started, which means the new Shadow Pokemon are live, which are of course down here, as you've seen already, the Chespin, the Fennekin, and the Froakie, which we will showcase as well tomorrow on this channel here when it's live for me. I'm not like, if you, by the way, if you're in one of those regions as well, by the way, that I already have that earlier, feel free to send me some gameplay as well down below. There's always a link for gameplay that you can send in. I would really appreciate it. I doubt that we're gonna see a lot from that, but if you are already in those regions where you have that earlier on, then feel free to send it in with that. Always appreciate it. I would then be able to showcase it already today. Otherwise, I will showcase it tomorrow when it's out for myself. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of interesting Pokemon here with Chespin, Fennekin, and Froakie. They're all actually quite relevant. I made a video towards them beforehand, so I'm not going to go directly over them again. That would be kind of a bit too much. But what we know now is going to be what Pokemon the leaders have. A lot of times, if it's a small iteration where it's just like 3 Pokemon being added, the leaders get a new Pokemon. And this time, that's not the case. We're going to have those as a new leader Pokemon, and while I'm generally disappointed on them, I'm actually quite happy about the Cliffs one. I always wanted to have a Shadow Shiny Gyarados. That is such an iconic Pokemon that I will definitely go and hunt for them. I don't really enjoy that we have for the 20th time the Shiny Shadow, what's called the Mawile there. This Pokemon itself is not a bad Pokemon for PvP, but it's generally not a good Pokemon either. They're just better Pokemon of the same type. It's not a Pokemon that is really that interesting for a lot of people, I think. And then we have here basically, I think the worst, I would say it's actually one of the worst lineups we ever had for starter Pokemon, like for Pokemon for those leaders. But yeah, we're going to have here, of course, the Jumpluff then later. It's a cool shiny, don't get me wrong. I do like the Jumpluff shiny as well, but I do feel like this is most likely one of the weaker lineups. But let me know down below in the comment section. What do you think about this? Are you excited for this one? The only Pokemon I'm really excited for is, of course, the Shadow version of Magikarp and then the Shadow Shiny version of Magikarp. I think it's going to be an interesting Pokemon, and I will definitely be looking forward towards this one. But generally speaking, that's the only one that I'm really interested in. Let me know down below what you think about it. Anyway, we have more information. We have new Mega Pokemon coming. Those are confirmed. There was a trailer released yesterday, but it was just not enough for me to just do like one news towards that. I might do stuff like this in the future. But yeah, we have new Mega Pokemon coming up here, which you see as well during the global event, as well for like people who go to the in-person events. They're going to have it a little bit earlier. We're going to get the Victreebel and the Malamar. And yeah, that is, oh wow, a surprise release for the upcoming GO tour. I just really hope that this isn't it. Like, we knew there was more stuff coming towards the GO tour, but I just really hope this isn't it, because I was expecting a different news, which you're gonna take a look at in a little bit. But yeah, those are new Pokemon that are coming as Megas, first time released throughout the upcoming GO tour at the end of February, starting of March. We're gonna have here already at least a little bit of a sneak peek towards the new backgrounds, which are also looking cool or whatever. But in terms of gameplay, those two, yeah, nice. New Mega Pokemon, you can prepare already for them if you have them. But truth be told, here's like the article from Go Hub as well towards this. Max level of 3,800. Like, that is just bad. Like, it's honestly, here it says it rings well as grass and poison type attacker, but it's not gonna be crazy good. Like, it's gonna be a fun Pokemon, looks wonky as hell, but like, it's kind of like, it's funny with that. But neither of them are very good. This one has a very nice, well-rounded stats there, but like, it is not good even. Like, you wouldn't even run this in the Open Master League if you would be allowed to. Like, it's so not great. It's not going to be really good. Like, neither of them are going to be really good. At least this one is easy to take down. The Malamar has a quadruple weakness for what's called for the bug typing. But there have been like rumors I've seen as well towards that the Mega rate's going to get changed and going to be a bit more difficult. Need new items, so we have to see on how things going to be there as well. I don't know exactly on what's going to happen there, but like, this is kind of what Go Hub is saying here. And Go Hub is also covering other things here, like this one. Apparently there was a file update towards the new Pokemon that had been added, and this was what I was expecting as a news, that we're going to get Mega Mewtwo for the upcoming event because it's the last kind of Mega Pokemon of the old Megas that is still missing in Pokemon Go, as far as I know. And so I was expecting that we're just completing all the old Megas that was first introduced in the generation with, this event coming up, with the Go-To coming up, but apparently this is not the case. Apparently what we have here instead is going to be then the Victory Bell and the Malamar. I just hope that we get something else for that, though. I hope that we still get those here. But basically the Mega Mewtwo is, what's called, like, those assets got added to Pokemon Go, same as Zeraora, which is still a mythical that is missing as well as Flamigo. And here's the thing. Because we know already that we're not going to get Zeraora for the upcoming event, which doesn't make sense because I think it's Generation 7 Pokemon, this is very likely related more towards the Go Fest coming up, like next summer, and that we're going to very likely get Mewtwo and the Zeraora for the Go Fest, which is fine because Mega Mewtwo is going to be such a monster. Look at the max CP of this Pokemon. 7,339 max CP. I'm not too sure if that's going to be cut towards it as well, but Mega Mewtwo is going to be the most broken Pokemon ever. When this is gonna get into the game. We have Psycho Cut, Psy Strike as the best moveset here, and then we have here Mega Mewtwo Y, which even has a higher attack stat, has generally even a higher CP level as well than the other one. Mega Mewtwo Y is most likely the one that's kind of preferred for a lot of people because this thing is ridiculous. This is gonna be the best kind of Pokemon that you're gonna have for raids at all. Like this CP, nearly 8,000 CP. We have here Psycho Cut, Psy Strike. You're going to be able to spam those moves. It is ridiculous. Like, this thing is going to be absolutely worth it. It is most likely going to be the #1 attacker for nearly everything, just on how broken it actually is. So, yeah, that's going to be cool when this is going to be out. And also, we haven't had a normal Mewtwo raid even in ages as well, which I was kind of missing because I want to build my shiny Shadow Mewtwo. But, I do think that this is going to be here definitely a Pokemon that's going to come out at least summer. Like, I would assume it's more for the Go Fest. But otherwise, we have Zeraora here as well in this update, which is going to be a Pokemon that is also going to be interesting. Now, I know 3,800 CP is not as crazy, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely still okay because you have a very solid attack stat. And you have an electric type that could actually kind of be alright in the open Master League with the Volt Switch, the Thunder Punch, as well as the Wild Charge. But you would need some coverage as well. The coverage would be kind of important here for this Pokemon. It wouldn't be the most broken one. But Zeraora also has a Mega Form, which is only introduced recently. And this Pokemon then goes up to 5,500 basically, which is completely a different story. Then this is going to be the best electric type, raid type Pokemon that you can have. So, like, this is going to be quite interesting. I don't think that Mega Zeraora is going to be released directly with that. But, otherwise, we have here Flamigo, which is an interesting Pokemon as well that's not in the game yet. It's the flying and fighting type Pokemon like Hawlucha, like the Galarian Zapdos. Seems to be, especially in recent generation, a type combination that a lot of, what's called Game Freak likes a lot. But it's going to be actually quite okay. You have the Double Kick as a good fast move, and then we have Close Combat and Brave Bird as charge moves, which is giving you double stab that just nukes away everything. It would be a cool closer to have, where like next to no Pokemon can really go into it. But otherwise, it's most likely going to be more of a meme. But it's not a bad Pokemon at all, and it would be most likely even viable for the open Ultra League, exactly as you can see here as well. Not so much for the Master League. You're going to have a little bit of play there. It's not the most broken Pokemon. It's just going to be like a bit of a filler. But that's all that I kind of want to talk about here in today's video. I kind of still want to showcase, though, mainly, of course, the leader Pokemon. Again, let me know down below what you think about the event. Of course, we're very likely going to get for the Fire-type Grunts, the Fire starter, for the Water-type Grunts, the Water starter, and for the Grass-type Grunts, the Grass-type starter. So, like, I don't really have to look into that as well. I will make most likely another video towards the all the Shadow Pokemon that you can get throughout the event tomorrow or the day after. Most likely more the day after. So definitely stay tuned for that one as well. But yeah, let me know down below what you think about it, and I will see you then. Also, of course, if you want to support the channel, feel free to subscribe, and I will definitely showcase most of those Pokemon tomorrow as well on this channel, especially the Thundurus. I'm kind of actually excited for this Pokemon. I think it's kind of a cool Pokemon to have. Definitely stay tuned, and I will see you then.